Welcome to my channel, Lalit sir. Dear students, we understood about the transportation of a substance in the human, that is in animals, and we understood what is the excretion also. We understood also how the heart helps to transport the blood to all part of the body with the one system that is called the circulatory system, and there is a red colored fluid which flows in the body, that is called the blood. And we also understand which contains hemoglobin, which contains RBC, WBC. We also understood about the excretion. Now the topic which is want to understood that every living organism have the transportation. Is it? And transportation is very important. Why? Because to transport the minerals, vitamins, nutrients, even water to all part of the body. This is very important to transport all the minerals into every part of the body. Similarly, it is very important transportation of these minerals in all the vitamins, all the water parts, or anything which is important for the growth for the plant. Okay, that means transportation of a substance in plants also important. So we understood that the blood help to all body. How? With the help of the transportation of the oxygen, with the help of the transportation of the minerals, vitamins, everything it helps. It gives a lots of things continuously to the body so we can survive. It also helps in the inhalation and exhalation. How? That blood goes to the heart, and that heart contains, the left part of the heart contains deoxygenated blood. It contains carbon dioxide, and it flows to the pulmonary veins. With the help of pulmonary veins, it goes to the pulmonary arteries. With the help of the in the lungs, and it continuously purify the blood and throw out the carbon dioxide, and again gives the oxygen. So the blood also useful for the body. Similarly, now we have a transportation of substance in the plants. You can see, dear students, here we have two names are here. You can see. Here, this is the xylem, the phloem. Now both are vascular bundles. Xylem and phloem both are the vascular bundles. How this help? See, in the plant, you can see here a small herb. We have herb, shrub, tree, all parts of the plant. You understood in the 4th class, 5th class, 6th class continuously that what is the herb, what is the shrub, what is the tree, what is the height of the herb, what is the shrubs. Okay. Now these tissues, see here we will understand just some part of the function of these tissues. In the 9th class, 9th standard, you will understand about the diagram and what kind of tissues are there in the plants which help in chapter number 1 of the 9th standard. Okay, that you will understand about the tissues of the plant. Parenchyma, collenchyma, how this helps in parenchyma and collenchyma. Okay, so here you can see a different diagram. This is a xylem, this is a phloem. Now what are these? These are the vascular bundles. What are these? These are the vascular bundles which make with the help of the tissues. Okay, now you can see in our body made up of cell, is it? So cell combine together and make tissue. Tissue combined together make organ. Organ combined together make body. Similarly, here also there are lots of cells combined to make a tissues, and tissues combined to make the branches and fruits and everything. How? Just we will understand about the function also. Here you can see this is the xylem. What is the xylem? So xylem has the function, or we can say the definition of the xylem. First we discuss about the definition of xylem. So xylem is the vascular bundle of a tissue which is combined together and helps in the transportation, of what? Helps in the transportation of the water and minerals from the root to all part of the plant. Is it? From the bottom, that is for the root, to the all part of the plant, that is for the transportation. Here I can just show you with a small diagram. You can see, suppose this is a small herb or shrub. Okay. Now this is the root. This is the soil, upper part of the soil. Now what happens? You can see these xylem tissues are present everywhere. They are also present in the root. Now what happens? There are lots of minerals and waters are present over here. Okay. Suppose this minerals and waters are present here. It goes like this to the all part of the plant. All part of the plant. See, here it goes. Here it goes. Okay. So you can see here the water goes everywhere. See here it transports the waters. Here it transports the waters. Suppose this water is present over here. Okay. So it transports the water. Suppose this is the color of mineral. So minerals also goes to the different part of the. Okay. So what is xylem? Xylem is the vascular bundle which collects the mineral and water from the root and helps in the transportation of the different part of the plant. Okay. So with this xylem, you can see here the xylem have this water and minerals which helps in the transportation. There are no end walls between the cells. Suppose this is the cell, this is a continuous cell which goes in the upward direction only. There are no end walls, there are no walls between that. And it provides one way flow, only one way flow. How? You can see from here, you can see both the part. Suppose this is the mineral, goes in the upward direction. Suppose this is the water. It is also goes in the upward direction. That means both the things are going only in the upward direction. So xylem helps in the transportation of the mineral and water to the all part of the plants. It is the vascular bundle. It helps in the transportation of the water. So this is for the xylem. In the next diagram, we have the phloem. The phloem is, what is it? It is also vascular bundle made of the tissues. Okay, vascular bundle which helps in the transportation of and location. It is called the location. It is called the translocation. What is translocation? Phloem helps in translocation. What is translocation? Translocation means the food or the protein or the sugar material product made by the plants. As you know, plants have their own kitchen, that is known as the photosynthesis. They made the food, so they have a kitchen. So they made the sugar, fruit, protein, everything. So this phloem, what they do? They connect all the sugar, the food which is made by them, protein which is made by them, and they transport and make them one location. They give them in one location. How? Suppose here they are making apple, so here it collects all the sugar. Okay. Suppose they are making grapes over here. This is a small grapes. So also it transport the small these grapes. They transport the minerals, proteins, vitamins, all sugar, whatever the things which is made by the plant. Okay, so what is phloem? Phloem is the vascular bundle which helps in the transportation of protein, sugar and vitamins made by the plants to the different parts of the plant. Now here you can see, dear students, this is the arrow which is have one way only. There is no entry for the second way in the xylem. Okay, so one way, why one way? Because it transports the water minerals to the upper part of the plant. It throws in the upper part. So that is why, suppose it has a two-way, then what happen? Suppose if it is two-way, so water come again back from the plant. So it is a one way only. It goes in upward direction. It don't allow to fall again. Okay. So xylem allows one way only. But what happens in the phloem? It is the two-way. Now why it is two-way? That's a question. Because see, this is the entire part of the plant. Okay. Suppose it is a big tree, apple tree, suppose it's a big tree. Okay. Suppose a mango tree, it's a big tree, isn't it? So is it possible for the phloem that it gives the fruit to the upper part of the plant only? No. Suppose here it is the mango. Okay. Suppose the mango is here. Is it possible for the mango to go on the upper direction? Not possible. So what happens? This phloem have a two-way transportation. Means what? It takes the fruit which is made by the leaf, which is sugar, protein and vitamins which is made by the leaf. It collects and some part of it throw here, some part it throws here. Okay, this is a different parts. It throw different. Is it? So you can say that phloem have a two-way flow because they want to transport the minerals, proteins to all part of the plant. That is why it has two-way flow. It also contains seeds. These are the tissues, the name of these cells at the end wall, perforation. What is the perforation? All this you will have in 9th class and 8th class also. So in detail also the same diagram and more complicated diagram you will understand about this. Okay. So you can see here also the minerals, water, all things which is transported by them. So phloem and xylem both have different function and it helps in this kind of transportation. Okay. Now you have one more word in the standard 6. You know that the transpiration. That's it. In the 6th standard, we might have gone through one experiment. Suppose you have tied one transparent plastic bag to a branch of a small herb which is at your home. Okay, a branch or a small leaf of the herb. If you tie a plastic bag here, suppose you tie a plastic bag at your home. This experiment in the 6th standard you already did. Okay. Now, when you put this plastic bag on that and tie it, after afternoon, when sunlight falls on that, and if you check in the evening, there is a small amount of the water drops you can see which is stick to the plastic bag. Okay, that means plants which drink the water from the root, they also throw the water out with the help of the leaves. You see, that means this plant have one kind of a process. Which is the process? That means the plant which absorb the water from the root and it reaches to the different part of the leaves, and the leaves allows this water to flow out, to evaporate out. The evaporation of water from the leaves, this is called the transpiration. Listen. The evaporation of the water from the leaves called the transpiration. You can observe early morning also small drops on the leaves. Also in the summer you can observe that some leaves have water during the afternoon on that. Why? Because there is lots of sunlight due to the heat. Leaves want to cool themselves. So what is transpiration? Transpiration is the process of evaporation of water which is collected from the root and which reaches to the leaves, and it evaporates the water from the surface of the leaf. This process is known as transpiration. Okay. Why? This transpiration also important because they want to cool down the leaves. Okay. See, in the summer when you go out, there are holes, small holes on your skin. Yes. When you observe, when you go out in very hot day, if you go out and you observe small drops on your body, that is called the sweating. Okay. Why it happens? Because your body cannot resist the heat which is outside. So the skin want to cool down. You have a sweat gland. Below the skin, which is called the dermatitis. Don't go in that. But sweat gland allows to cool down the surface of the skin, and this is helping to protect from the sunlight. Otherwise happens sunburn. Jal jata hai sir. Okay. So it helps in the protection against the sunlight. Similarly, this plant also wants the cooling effect. Then transpiration helps in the cooling effect. They provide drop over every leaves, and it helps in the cooling. Okay. The best example you can have in your textbook in this chapter, that you take one bottle, a plastic bottle or mug, you can take, add ink or color as I have added, and you take a plant, a herb which is called a herb. Small. Why herb? Why you cannot take tree? Because it is very difficult to observe the color which is over here. You can observe after putting 1 day or 2 days aside. You can observe this color of the ink on the flower which is over the herb. Okay. Herb have a very thin kind of the and very brittle kind of the this tissue. So it is easy to observe the transportation. The best example. Now, if you have any experiment you want to do on the microscope in the 9th standard, we will do in the microscopic examination. We'll cut this transection of this tissue, or sorry, this is a root, a stem, and we'll take small part of this stem and we'll observe in the microscope. Then it will show you the color which is observed by the stem. And you can observe this the red color inside this stem. That means it is proved that the material which is observed from the root, it is transported to the all part of the plant, and that is called the transportation. And what is translocation? The protein, minerals, vitamins and sugar which is made by the plant, it is given to the all part of the different plant. It is the location which is selected by the phloem. This location selection is known as translocation. And last point, transpiration means the water which is observed from the root, which is reaches to the all part of the plant, and the leaves which due to the evaporation again they throw the water on the surface of the leaves. This process is known as transpiration. So I hope you understand the entire topics of this xylem, phloem and transpiration of substance. Thank you.